Tuesday, January 23rd. I'm Michelle Griego.
Good morning. I'm Kenny Choi. This morning, a powerful earthquake in the Gulf of Alaska caused a bit of a scare all along the West Coast. We have live team coverage. Netta Iranpour is in the Weather Center. But first, let's get right to Ann Makovic live in Pacifica, just one of the areas that was under a tsunami watch. Ann?
Yeah, and luckily that watch is over, so the danger appears to be over. And we've been checking the conditions here along the Pacifica coast. Generally normal. We do expect the possibility of some small sea level changes coming up, and currents could be stronger than average, but really nothing dangerous. That is the good news after that watch came in at about 1 a.m. That was after an earthquake hit in the Gulf of Alaska. Originally an 8.2, the USGS then downgraded that earthquake to a 7.9, and there have been at least 7 aftershocks of a magnitude 4.2 or higher. That is the sound of a tsunami warning siren going off in Alaska to warn people of the danger. You can see this video of cars lining up to evacuate the town of Kodiak. That was when it was a warning there. Then it was downgraded to an advisory, which was canceled about an hour ago.
Okay, we're leaving base now. Yeah, they're sounding the alarms now. Okay, bye.
We just had it.
Hello?
Why are you crying? Brooke, don't
What?
be scared. Brooke.
We're heading to Miss Tara's.
Brooke, don't, hun. There's nothing to be scared of. We just had to get out of the house because we're right on the water.
Okay. Why?
Yeah, that's one of many families jarred from their beds in the middle of the night near Kodiak, Alaska, with that warning. And of course, we did have a watch here. Here was the tweet sent out by the San Francisco Department of Emergency Management overnight, telling people who live within 3 blocks of the Pacific coast or 5 blocks of the bay to prepare to evacuate. But again, let me be clear, the danger is over. And back out here live, you can see the waves relatively normal here at the Pacifica Pier as we've been watching the conditions all morning long. One of the main things that you should watch for is when the water suddenly starts receding, and that indicates that it could come back with a vengeance, a powerful wave, tsunami. That does not appear to be happening, at least here in Pacifica, where I am live. Let's go to Netta, though. She has been keeping an eye on the more scientific terms behind this tsunami scare this morning. Netta.
Yes, thank you very much, Ann. Good morning. And I do want to show you the area where that earthquake occurred. There have been several aftershocks, as Ann has been talking about. And the good news is there was an advisory for the coast of Alaska, for Kodiak area, but that all has been let up. And you can see right here on this map, the areas in those yellow circles here, those are the areas where those aftershocks have been occurring. So ever since the 7.9 magnitude one, as Ann mentioned, between 4 and 5 magnitude aftershocks have been happening right in that same location, really close there. So of course that's a concern for the folks up in Alaska. And when a magnitude of 7.9 happens, there's always the concern of tsunamis, and the watches pretty much are automatically in effect because of the size of the earthquake, not necessarily because there is the tsunami threat. But here's what happens. This map kind of gives an idea of that ripple effect. So when you see that earthquake right there where that star is, there's pretty much a ripple that occurs. So 3 hours later, they're expecting that tsunami to have hit the Canada-U.S. border there, and then about 5 hours later, possibly across California. So we may see a change in sea level, but right now it looks like it's not going to be a big one. And that, of course, is why that watch has been expired and canceled and not a concern anymore. So there is no immediate threat, but the ripples may continue to happen right along the coastline. So coming up, we'll have more about our local forecast. The patchy fog that's out there this morning may be impacting a few people's commute. Let's send it over to Michelle and